Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'll be teaching you how to cut this beautiful neckline. That is a Queen Anne neckline with a bustier. If this is what you're interested in, please stay to the end because you'll be learning a lot in this video. I'm going to be teaching you step by step on how to cut this particular style, so please stay to the end. And just so you know, my name is Sarah and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, because I want to take you all along, in my last upload I asked you guys to pick your style, a new tutorial, and you picked this one. So I've already taught how to cut the lower part in my last video. In this tutorial I'll be teaching you how to make the upper part, but I want to use a Queen Anne neckline for mine. So now let's dive into the tutorial. Now, to cut a perfect Queen Anne bustier, the first thing you have to take note of is your bust point. Now, from the upper part of my pattern paper, the first thing I did was to take out my shoulder measurement first, divided by 2 plus half. Then I went down to my bust point 9 inches, went down to my under bust point at 12.5, went down to my waistline, which is 16 inches. Now I just continue taking that measurement, and then I used my ruler to connect everything to form a straight line. Now I'm going to label each of these line: my bust point, under bust point, and my waistline. Now for my neck width, I'm going to use 3.5 inches, and I'm coming out from the center part of my paper. I'm going out by 3.5. Now from the shoulder line, went down by 1 inch for shoulder slope, and I'm going to connect my neck width to the shoulder slope like so. After connecting, this is what you should have. I hope you're seeing everything clearly, and please don't forget to hit on the like button and subscribe to this channel. Now from the upper part of my paper, I will go down to my chest line. That's how deep I want my yoke to be, and I want it to be 6 inches deep. So you can go down to how deep you want yours to be and connect it like so. Now after connecting the lines, this is what you should have. It's very easy, okay? Just follow the steps. Now I'm going to measure what I have on my shoulder, but I'm not going to use that exact measurement. Now for my armhole depth, I will use my shoulder measurement divided by 2. Remember, on your shoulder, you have your shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus half. But for your armhole line, you are going to use just your shoulder measurement divided by 2 and mark it there. Now, I'm going to measure what I have there and divide it into 2 to get the midpoint. Now, I'll go back to my shoulder. Whatever I have on my shoulder, I will deduct ½ inch from that, and I will mark that out at the center point of my armhole. On my armhole line, I will take the exact measurement I have on my shoulder line and I will input it there. Now I'm going to connect my shoulder to the midpoint of my armhole, and then on my armhole line I will take my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5 and I will mark it there. Now I'm going to connect the midpoint of my armhole to my bust line with my curve ruler. I'm so sorry, my hand is kind of blocking that area. Use your curve ruler to connect it properly. After connecting, this is what you should have. Now this is how to get a perfect armhole in a very beginners friendly way. Now you see that 6 inches that I marked is going to be my yoke depth, and I just labeled it. Now from the center point of my paper, I'll go out by my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. My nipple to nipple measurement is 7, divided by 2 is 3.5. So you have to measure your own nipple to nipple measurement and divide it by 2. Then you input that measurement there, and then I'm going to use my ruler to connect it to form a straight line like this. Now we are going to go to the shoulder line there. From my neck width to the end of the shoulder, I will divide what I have there. You can see what I'm doing, and I will mark the center point. Now connect that point to my bust point line. You can see it. I'm connecting it to my bust point line, not my yoke depth though. Now you're going to connect it with your ruler, and when you connect it, you're going to see that it forms a slant line. Yes, you are on the right track, okay? So now at the under bust line, I will go out by 0.75 on both sides because I am kind of small in size, and I'll do the same thing on my waistline. If you are bigger than me, you can use 1 inch on both sides. Okay, so now after connecting the line, this is what I have. On my bust point line, I will go down by 1 inch. Now you can see for my bust point line, I am going down by 1 inch, and then I'll use my curve ruler to connect that 1 inch to the under bust curve, or to the 0.75 I took at the under bust, just to create a perfect bust curve. You can see that creating a bustier is actually very easy on my channel. That's why you need to subscribe for more videos and click on the notification bell. Now on my yoke line, from that slant line there going to the armhole area, I went up by 1 inch. On the part going to the center point, I went up by 0.75. Now I'm going to connect those points to the bust point. As you can see, I'm using my curve ruler again to connect those points. After connecting the first one, this is what it looks like. I'll go ahead and connect the second one to the bust point again. Now as you can see, I am using my curve ruler to make sure that that bust point area is not looking pointy, and I also used my hand. After doing everything, this is how neat and easy and even beautiful my pattern look. Now I'm going to take my tape rule and I will measure these curves, because sometimes or most times they are not always equal. Now after measuring the both of them, I found out that this particular one here is shorter than the other one. So now I just made it the same length, and I'm going to connect it back with my ruler. Now from the upper part of my pattern paper, I will go down to my sweetheart neck depth, because I don't want this neckline to just be straight. Even though it's a queen Anne neckline, I want it to have this sweetheart design. Now I'm going to connect that point to the dart leg, the first dart leg, like this, and I'm using my curve ruler to get or to achieve that beautiful curve that I want. Now after creating the sweetheart curve, from the other dart leg there, you can see where my hand is, I'm going to go out by ½ inch, because we have to start creating the Queen Anne neckline. Now I'm going to connect my neck width to that ½ inch that I went in by, and I'll connect it with my ruler. After connecting, this is what it looked like. You can see that it's actually very easy. Now this is why you should subscribe to my YouTube channel to get more videos. Click on the notification bell to be the first person to watch my videos anytime I upload. Now from my yoke depth, I went down by ½ inch, because I don't want that area to be looking straight, and then I connected it to the ½ inch that I went in by at that Queen Anne neckline, and then I connected it like that. So now we'll not be needing that straight line when we're cutting. We'll not cut it straight anymore. We'll follow the curve. Now I'm going to measure what I have there, the space that I have there, and then I'm going to replace it at the side from that new yoke depth, that ½ inch that I went down by. You can see what I measured, and then I will reconnect to meet that point with my curve ruler. Reconnect properly to meet that point. After reconnecting, this is what it looked like. You can see that it's easy. Now I'm going to go to my bust line, that's the armhole line. I'll take my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5. I'll go ahead and measure the dart that I have there, and I'll replace it. Now I'm going to connect this point to meet my new side bust measurement with my curve ruler to create a new armhole. After doing that, I will go to my under bust line. I'll take my round under bust measurement divided by 4. I will mark it out. After marking out my under bust measurement, I will measure the dart that I have there. I'll replace it, and then I'll add 1.5 or 2 inches for my sewing allowance. I'll go to the waistline. I'll take my round waist measurement divided by 4. I'll replace the dart, and I'll add about 2 inches. 2 inches for sewing allowance is actually better. And then I'm going to use my ruler to connect my measurements together from the bust point to the under bust, and I tend to use my curve ruler for that area. Then I'm going to take my straight ruler, and then I will connect from the under bust to the waistline. After taking my bust and body measurement, I'll go down from my bust point by 1 inch, and then I'll connect it to that nipple to nipple area there with my ruler. Now we have to make that dart because the half length or the waistline for the front and back are not usually the same. The front is usually about 1 inch to 1.5 inches longer than the back. So guys, after doing that, you can see that creating a Queen Anne neckline with a bust pad is actually very easy. Now I'm going to start cutting it out. If you want to know how I achieved the lower part of that dress, the one you guys requested for, you can check my YouTube channel for it, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now I'm going to start cutting out this pattern from the side to the armhole area. I'll just follow the lines that I've already made. So guys, you can see how I am cutting out everything, all the patterns one by one, and I went ahead to label them: the yoke, the center front. Now I'm cutting the side front. I'm cutting out the darts carefully. After cutting it out, this is what my pattern look like. I have the yoke, the center front, and the side front here. Now this is a new pattern paper which I'll be using for the back. Now for the length, instead of using 16 inches, I used 15 inches. Remember, I said the back waistline is usually shorter than the front. Now for the width of my pattern paper, it is my bust. I use my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 5 inches extra. Now from the center part of my pattern paper, I went out by 1.5 inches, which is for my zipper allowance, and I ruled it out. Now from the zipper line, I went out by my neck width, which is 3.5, went out by my shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus half inch. On the shoulder line there, I went down by 1 inch for shoulder slope. Now I am going to connect my shoulder slope to my neck width with my ruler, the same way we did for the front, you understand? Now for the back neck depth, I want a simple neckline. I'll just go down by 1.5 inches, and then I am going to connect it straight like this at the zipper area, and then I will connect that 1.5 inches to the neck width. I'm using my pen to create dotted lines first, and then later I'll connect it, and this is what it looked like after connecting. I hope you understand. It's actually very easy. You can decide to use whatever neckline you like, but this is the neckline I want. For my armhole depth, I use my shoulder measurement divided by 2, the same measurement we used for the front, and I'm going to connect it. Now for the back armhole, you don't need the midpoint or anything like that. Whatever you have on your shoulder line, take it all the way down to your armhole line, and then use your ruler to connect it to form a straight line. I hope you're seeing everything, and I hope you understand. If you've learned one or two things from this video, please smash the subscribe button, leave a comment, and hit on the like button. Now on my bust line or my armhole line, I will take my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5 inches or 2 inches instead. Add 2 inches, your bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches, and then I'm going to connect it. I wanted to use my curve ruler, but I don't know, it wasn't giving me what I wanted at first, and then I created a dotted lines, and then I used my curve ruler again to follow the dotted lines. Now after creating my armhole, this is what it looked like. Now on the waistline from the zipper line there, I'm going to take my round waist measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5 for sewing allowance, and then I added 1 inch extra for zipper allowance. I don't know why I'm always saying 1.5 for sewing allowance instead of 2 inches. And then at the bust line, I added half inch again for my dart allowance. I hope you understand. On your waistline, you use your round waist circumference divided by 4 plus 2 inches for sewing allowance, and then 1 inch for dart. You can see that the back pattern is actually easy. Now to create our dart, for my shoulder point, I went down by 7.5, and then from my zipper line there, I went out by my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 plus half inch. My nipple to nipple measurement is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5 plus half, that is 4, and then I just connected those points to form a straight line like this. Now from the dart leg there, I'll go out by half inch on both sides. That's going to be the width of my dart, and then I'm going to connect it in a slant form with my ruler to meet that point there. You can see how I'm creating the two dart legs. It's actually very easy and it's beginners friendly. I'm telling you guys everything step by step, teaching you step by step, just so you understand properly. Okay, now after that I'm going to cut this out. Now I'm going to cut from the side to the armhole to the shoulder slope, and then I'll cut the neckline. You can see I've cut out those sides. I'll cut out the neckline. Follow your markings. I hope you understand. Follow your markings. Now I forgot to do this at the zipper area. Go in by 1/2 inch to eliminate every zip bulge, so that your zip will not be folding at the back. I'll connect that 1/2 inch into the zipper area like this, and then I will just cut it out. That 1/2 inch we are going to place it on our fabric. You can see that creating a back pattern is very easy. So guys, I actually forgot to eliminate this dart. Now I'm cutting the bust point line. You have to cut that straight line. Just follow the straight line, but don't cut it totally. You can see that I did not cut it totally. I left like small there so that it will not be totally separated. Now I place the upper one on top the lower one to cover that 1 inch, and then I use my masking tape or sellotape to hold it down. Now this is what it looked like. I hope you understood everything I've been saying. Now that is the easiest way to cut a Queen Anne bustier. Please follow, hit the like button and leave a comment for me. And let's not forget, thank you so much for watching. Bye.